Alright guys, I thought I'd make a video on loadout vests. I've been watching a couple of videos on YouTube and I see my prepper brothers out there overdoing it big time, right? Now, first off, I want to say before I get into this stuff, yes, you can have a bug out vehicle. That's fine. It's a good idea. But that's going to have its limitations, okay? If you run out of gas, what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to fill up at a gas station. And if you're planning on siphoning out of other vehicles, well, they're going to burn up their gas too. Right? They're just going to panic, get in their cars, drive, get stuck in traffic. You know, I mean, if you can put preservers in your gasoline so it'll last an extra 6 months, but what about after that? Then what? So that's something to think about. Whatever you take, you're going to have to be able to carry with you. You want to keep supplies minimum, just necessary. Right? Skills are more important than just gear. Right? That's something to think about. Whatever you take, I mean, it's got to be worth it. But I see guys overdoing it. They have way too much ammunition. Right? Way too much water. I mean, water is heavy. Food, I know it's necessary, but, you know, food, water, ammo, and they'll put it on, walk around. Yeah, I can, you know, this feels all right. But yeah, you really got to do an exercise with that thing. All right, so this is what we have. Here is a weight vest, a cheap weight vest I got at a used sporting goods store. Right, 15, 20 pounds. I don't remember exactly. It's got weights on the back, and you can, you know, empty pockets in the back. But anyway, get something like this. Now, you can go get 80-pound vests and all that. That's not what you want to do. Right? That's not going to be an accurate simulation. Bought a 20-pound vest maybe. Maybe a little more if you guys are planning on carrying body armor, because that shit gets heavy too. That's like, you know, the light on, depending on what you're going to get, maybe 4. If you got ceramic, which I wouldn't recommend. Even though they're lighter, I mean, if you drop them or something, that's it. They're history. Right? If you wait too long, they get brittle. That's it. So I would go with steel plates. You buy them, you keep them, that's it. And if need be, you can reuse them. But those, the lightest I've seen, are about 7.5 pounds. All right, so 2 of them, yeah, 15 pounds. All right. Now, anyway, you get a about 15, 20-pound vest. Right? You go to a thrift store or something. $5. A backpack, right? I found these weights. Somebody was moving out. They just left a couple of weights, so I took them. So I set these up. So you guys have seen Jaws, right? So weights go in the box, padding goes in the box goes in the backpack, right? Backpack goes on you. So that's going to give you an accurate simulation, right? Make sure you tie this up. I'm going to probably get some like clips or something to, or some belt buckle or something just to fasten this. I don't know, Velcro may not do it, but you want to keep it tight on your back, otherwise you'll mess your back up. Right? But this is going to give you a more accurate simulation. Backpack and a weighted vest. Run around the block with this a couple times. You're going to feel it quick. It'll give you a wake-up call. Then you think about it like, hey, wait a minute, am I going to be able to put all this gear on and, you know, haul ass who knows where? God only knows where you're going to go. And when you're doing this, if you do it, as hard as it is, running a couple miles with this thing, you got to think about, well, as hard as this is, how hard would it be if I was dehydrated? If I hadn't eaten in a while, if my hands were kind of shaky, if I've been in the sun all day, right? That gets to you. I don't sweat very much, you know. But when I put this stuff on and I run miles with it, I can feel droplets forming on my forehead real quick. All right, real quick. I've seen other people just, you know, carrying a couple boxes and they sweat, you know, just unbelievable. I don't know how the hell they've survived in the real world. But anyway, that's something to check out. Right? Run a couple miles, run the block a couple times. It's a real wake-up call. You're not going to put, 500 rounds in a vest, bunch of water, food for a week, all this different gear, like a tent or some sort of shelter. No, it's not happening. You've got to, I've made videos showing you how to, you're going to survive in urban environments. That'd probably be more likely. Everybody's going to run to the woods. That's everybody's plan. You've got over 350 million Americans. You got about 10 million deer. All right. So assuming everybody just eats once and they share it equally, yeah, that'd work out maybe. But assuming people have to keep on eating to survive, and the deer can't reproduce fast enough, that's it. We almost wiped out wild game during the Depression. And now we've got less wooded area, more people, less deer. So you got to learn how to survive in urban environments. You make use of what other people leave behind. That way you don't have to carry that much. Right? Learn how to get water that's stuck in the pipes. You boil that. I've shown you how to make filters. Go over how to get water out of pipes. Water in the tank, not the toilet tank, not the bowl. As long as they don't have any soaps and stuff, filter that up. If they got soap or bleach tablets in there, you can't use it. Right? But anyway, I'll leave links to those videos, and that's something to do. This isn't going to set you back, but it's definitely worth it if you think you're going to put on gear and run off. Right? Even if it teaches you a lesson, that's one thing. That's good. You know what you're expecting, you lighten your load a little bit. And if not, if you're dead set on carrying all that shit, do this and train for it. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps somebody out. Y'all have a good one.